Today's topic is heavy. We are back on this topic of sex again. Can I just go and get married because I want to have sex? Well, your answer is no. So if you want to know why, stay tuned and know it.
You there, you're so dear, priceless.
You can't just go and marry someone that you do not know because you want to have sex with them.
Wait a minute.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Relationship Therapy with myself, of course, Rafi Truth. Yeah, definitely welcome. If this is your first time, you are in for a thrill, and if you're coming back, you know how much I love you. So today's topic is still under sex, right? We are on the sex series. Is it enough for us to get married because we want to have sex? You should not get married because you simply want to have sex. Now, one might think that it's just people that do not have the understanding of what sex entails and everything. That is the reason why they want to go. But people have used the Bible as a backup reason to do this, simply because of something Paul said in 1 Corinthians 7, right? Specifically 8 and I think 36. So today we're going to look at those things to try and debunk this ideology in people's heads, which is not good. So let's clarify this. We have two situations here. We have the situation where someone just met somebody and is lusting after the person. The person finds the person so attractive and cannot control themselves. So they believe that once the Bible has given the go-ahead that if you cannot, you should not burn with passion, you should just go and marry. The person just go ahead and, ask for the hand of the person's... ask for the person to marry them or ask for the person's hand in marriage, yes. And then there's the other situation where the people are ready for marriage, right? But probably finances and stuff, they cannot marry, or they are far apart, or situation is just not allowing them to get married, but they've known each other for a long time, and right now they really want to have sex, and they are so attracted to each other, so they choose to get married so that they can have that. Now, both situations are not exactly the ideal reason why you should get married, but this is not a law. So it shows that part 2, which is the latter idea, is more justifiable than the first one. Why am I saying that? The reason why I'm saying that is because today I want us to understand that sex alone cannot hold a relationship together, a marriage together, right? So the reason why the part 2 can be more ideal is because they already know each other, right? And it's not that when they get married, it's just going to be sex that is going to make them, stay together. They wanted to get married, but they just couldn't do it big because of life. I want you to understand that marriage comes with a lot of things. And when you go through counseling, you understand that marriage is not that easy. There is even a part of the Bible that actually gives us that understanding. It's still in 1 Corinthians 7. It makes you understand that it's not that marriage is an escape. Marriage is not even an escape, because as you're going into a marriage, you're going to face something else. You're adding a whole human being to your life, and you're doing it with them forever. Marriage is a big deal, and sex cannot just hold it together for you. So while sexual attraction and the desire for intimacy can be important aspects of a relationship, they alone are typically not enough reasons, right, for you to get married. So we're going to look at some few things, about 5 things that make us understand that sex alone cannot hold marriage, so you shouldn't go into one because of it. When it comes to marriage, you need comprehensive commitment. Marriage involves a deep commitment beyond physical intimacy. It includes emotional support, shared values, mutual respect, and a partnership in building a life together. Number 2, long-term compatibility. A successful marriage often relies on compatibility in various areas, and this include finances, family, and life goals, right? It's important to consider how well partners communicate and navigate challenges together. Number 3, emotional connection. A strong emotional bond is crucial for a long-lasting marriage. While sexual desire is a part of this, it should be accompanied by love, trust, and willingness to support one another. Number 4, shared values. Couples should discuss their beliefs about relationships, family, and future aspirations. Shared values and visions are honestly things that help strengthen and, build the foundation of a marriage, right? Number 5, mutual respect. A healthy marriage is built on respect and equality. Decisions should consider both partners, their desires and their needs, not just the physical aspect of the relationship. So while a strong physical attraction can enhance a relationship, it is important for you to understand that to decide to marry should be based on a holistic understanding of companionship and partnership. You need to talk about the strengths, the challenges, the expectations to determine whether or not you can do this together with a person and if you are ready for the marriage, right? Okay, now let's move on. We are moving straight into the Bible. Reason why most Christians have justified them getting into marriages because they can't control it. So we are going to look at 1 Corinthians 7. I think we have been looking at it for the past weeks, so probably we know it. We're going to quickly run through it and see what Paul said that got people confused. You have to read the Bible well, family members. Now, from 7. For I wish that all men were even as I myself, but each one has his own gift from God, one in this manner and another in that. And Paul was talking in context of singlehood, celibacy. Celibacy being a gift and marriage being a gift. Both of them are special in their own way. And he said, not that if you are single, you are better than someone who is married, and neither if you are married, you are better than someone who is single. We're going to look more into that later, but let's continue. In 8, he says, but I say to the unmarried and to the widows, it is good for them if they remain as I am. But if they cannot, which is the 9, if they cannot exercise self-control, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn with passion. The context doesn't suggest someone who is oversexed or obsessed with sexuality. Rather, Paul means this is contrast to someone who has the gift of celibacy. Now, this is where people get it wrong. Paul was not telling us that just simply go and marry because you cannot control yourself. No. He was looking at two situations. One is remaining single and one is being married. And as he said, both are gifts, right? So what he was trying to tell us to do was that take two human beings, for example, and we are using Paul as the one who is staying single. Paul can be single because by the grace of God, he can control himself. He has dedicated himself to serving God all the days of his life, and Christ is helping him to keep that within, so he's able to control himself. Not that he does not feel these things, but he does not burn with passion. Then we have the other individual that burns with passion. Now Paul is saying that you should not choose to stay single if you know that you burn with passion. I read this chapter that said if you are frequently in the mood, you should not choose to stay single, because you cannot be single. You will now end up committing sexual immorality. You go and fornicate. You go and lust after someone. So the idea that Paul was trying to give us here, so in the Bible, the idea the Bible was trying to give us was that if you know that you are someone that cannot stay single for the rest of your life, prepare your mind to get married instead of staying single. So choose marriage over singlehood, over celibacy. Is that clear? So I don't know if you can get the distinction. So you should not run to go and take a woman, any woman, because you are attracted to them and you want to have sex. Know them first. Love them. Understand them. Have all the discussions you need to have. If you do not know this, go and watch my previous video on the X stages of a relationship. Have all those steps, all those stages, and be sure that you want to go ahead with it. Is that clear? It's very simple. Understand marriage before you go and have sex. Marriage and sex are two different things, and as I told you the last time, we are blessed to have sex as an addition, you know, in our marriages. We are like the institution of marriage has given us the legal rights to have sex, have it in confidence, and also be sure that we have someone we are committed to doing life with. And so if we give our bodies to, we are not afraid that the person will, you know, mishandle it. No, because we are for the person. When you have something, you take care of the thing. But if it is not yours, or you feel like you can have another version of the thing, you probably don't necessarily take care of it that well. You just treat it as you want. This is something very important. Do not use someone's body just for sex. Don't. So because of that, don't simply go and get married or go into a church or into anywhere. Don't go anywhere to go and find a wife to get married to because you can't control yourself. When you are done satisfying your urges, what is left of the marriage? How are you people going to live together? We don't now want to hear we are divorcing, please. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something, and please do share it with people because this is very important. We don't want any confusion here, right? So leave your comments in the comment section if you agree with me. If you have thoughts, if you want to add on, why not? Please, you are welcome to do that. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, of course. Next week, we're going to look at a topic that I find very funny, and the topic is, dear Christian married couples, please, you can have sex. See you next week. I remain your favorite YouTuber of all time, and as we say here, bisous, mwah, bye.
I was once on the other side, know the void you feel inside. That's why I beckon you. Come the void you feel, I know it's real. Voices that promise you thrill.